que construyen catedrales con el sonido. Y Katie Stelmanis, la mente detrás de Austra, es una de ellas. Tras años de explorar en la oscuridad del synth-pop, la canadiense regresa a México este 6 de febrero con una energía renovada. Con una formación en ópera que parecía dictar su destino, un encuentro inesperado con el sonido industrial cambió su rumbo para siempre.
I mean, I think a lot of it, I guess. I personally, I don't know, I guess I've been doing this for like 20 years, but it doesn't feel like that. I feel like I'm still a baby who's like figuring stuff out. So I don't know. I don't feel like I've changed very much. I mean, I think, I don't know, I think that my voice is obviously a big part of what I do. I think that I love singing with synthesizers and with electronic music. Um, I just like the way it sounds, I guess. And I just find that I've just been drawn to it ever since I was like a teenager, I think, or like, 18, 19, when I was like fully wanted to be an opera singer. And then I thought I was going to do that. And then my friend introduced me to Nine Inch Nails, actually, was the first artist where I was like, oh, there's like music outside of opera that I like. And that was like the music that kind of led me on this different path. So for me, I don't know, I guess I don't really sing opera anymore, but it's just like, my voice just obviously plays a big part in the music that I make. I think it's just, I think I've gotten a lot more collaborative. Like in the beginning, especially, I just was really did everything totally on my own. Like my first record and everything is just like, alone with a pair of headphones in a bedroom. And over the years, I've started to sort of like let more and more people in and make it more of a collaborative process. And the last record I made entirely with my co-collaborator, Kieran Adams, who's a Canadian musician. And yeah, it was just really nice. He and I just sent tracks back and forth like over a period of 2 years, I guess. We did some studio sessions as well. And I just have really learned to love kind of like working off other people's ideas. It just sort of sends you down these paths that you might not otherwise get to yourself. So yeah, I think that's the biggest difference for me. I think it's both, I think that for me, singing and performing is a very like full body somatic experience. It doesn't feel like it feels like when I'm playing a show, my brain just completely shuts off and it's just this very like physical experience. And that I think there's something like very cathartic and therapeutic about that. I mean, even in people who go to therapy or whatever, your therapists will tell you like you should sing to like process emotions, like sing or laugh. And that's my job. And I just think that there's something like very powerful about kind of just like letting your body like sort of release these really loud sounds. Um, so yeah, for they, I would say it's both. It's like both cathartic and it's both exercising demons. And I think I still have lots of demons inside me that need to be exercised. So it was very conscious decision. I didn't want to make a sad breakup record. I wanted to make an uplifting breakup record. Um, and I mean, most of that sort of came from the during the pandemic, I got really into listening to kind of like late 90s, early 2000s Euro dance music, which is very euphoric. And I just found, being in the pandemic and being in lockdown and being in isolation and then listening to this music, it was just such a stark contrast, like just how happy and euphoric that music made me and my partner feel. And I just wanted to capture that energy on the record. I wanted to have that, like, there's sadness and despair, but also this like extreme euphoria, which I really wanted to try and bring to the music. I mean, I'm coming to Mexico this weekend, which I'm very excited about. Um, and I am, yeah, just doing more tour, like touring in Europe, trying to work out the rest of the tour dates for the rest of the year. I didn't tour for so long because of the pandemic, and I was really nervous to get back into it. I thought that I wouldn't like it anymore, or that it would be too hard. But I just finished the US run of the tour, and it was like the best. We had so much fun. So now I'm so excited to just like get as many dates as I can in this year, squeeze as much as I can out of this record. And then I don't know, who knows? I never know what's happening past like 6 months, so we'll see. A good question. Um, Sorry, my cat is screaming at me. I think, I don't know. I
I
mean, it's
love the
always hard,
cat.
so hard to, yeah, I'm kind of like maybe my dream collaboration is my cat. I always like want to record. My cat is very, very vocal, so I've always wanted to make something with my cat's meows. So maybe one day. Mhm. I don't know. I mean, I think that like my band and I are just so excited to be in Mexico again that, and we only have 2 shows in Mexico, so it's just kind of like fly in, play, and leave. So I just feel like it's going to be like a whirlwind. I think it's going to be like really exciting, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun no matter what happens. So yeah, I think whoever comes will see like a very energized version of the show.
Yeah, the Mexicans are high energy with
Yeah.
music. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, we
Eh,
had some like Mexicans at a show. I don't remember what city it was. I think it was like maybe Portland. Yeah, I think it was Portland. There was somebody from Mexico City in the front row of the show who just kept yelling like I'm from Mexico, and he was just yelling so loud the whole show. So I was like, "Oh, I think we're in for what's going to be fun in Mexico." I mean, so many. Like obviously, I already mentioned Nine Inch Nails, who's like was a big influence in the early days. For this record, I spent a lot of time, like I said, listening to like some Eurodance stuff. Like Madonna, Ray of Light was a big one, and yeah, some other stuff from like around that same era, like Share Believe or whatever. But then also, it's a pretty like wide range of influence. Like when I'm at home, I pretty much only listen to like classical and jazz records at home. And I think that that kind of like creeps in a way as well. So it's really sort of a broad spectrum.